Updated Mage Guide. Hopping into it, chat. 9.25 mages are looking a little different than patch 9.2. Alright, so we do have that 9.2 guide live, and like 90% of that guide is pretty accurate. But the other 10%, 90 minus 100, is not accurate. So let's hop into it and do a nice updated 9.25 Fire Mage Guide. Alright, so here we are in the Thunder Bluff. And this is going to be snappy. It's going to be quick. Alright, because we've already explained a lot of these talents in the past. Fire Starter, it's the best. You get crits, so you can reset Kindling, lock it in every time. Blazing Soul, this is actually, I think, different than my other guide. Blazing Soul has so much value. You can blink stuns on an 11-second cooldown and get a Blazing Barrier. One of the reasons why Blazing Soul is so good is because of Flow of Time. Flow of Time reduces the cooldown of blink, so you can just blink and get a free shield every 11 seconds. It's actually pretty busted. So I'm locking in this and 2s, 3s, no matter what. I'm never playing Shimmer right now. Like, Blazing Soul is just too good defensively. It's just absolutely crazy. Okay. Next, Rune of Power. Always lock in. Not going to explain that one. Just too good. Drops on Combust. And it gives you an arcane ability for Disciplinary Command, which we'll get into here in a second. We got Flame On, always lock in. Ring of Frost, always lock in. Living Bomb, I'll go over this one briefly. Always lock it in. You don't use it very much. The only time you'll use Living Bomb is to stop someone from re-stealthing, or that's pretty much it, right? Like you don't actually use it. It'll break CC. It's sketchy to use, but the other two talents also break CC, so you don't want to use those. And Meteor is maybe an okay option, but I prefer Kindling for faster combustion, so I pretty much always lock in Kindling. Synergizes well with Firestarter and Tinder to reset the Combust super fast. Alright, we have Pyrokinesis here. Fireball, reducing the cooldown of your combustion. Always super OP. Tinder, I love playing Tinder. It reduces cast time of Fireball. It did get nerfed, but it synergizes well to get out quick fireballs, so you can do a quick fireball, get a nice crit, reset your combustion with Pyrokinesis and with Kindling, and just do a good amount of damage. And it's a guaranteed crit, and it does 30% more damage, so it's just good. And Flame Cannon. Flame Cannon, I actually made a Tell Me Win. My Tell Me Win is in my Discord with the rest of my add-ons if you guys are interested. But basically, it shows me my Flame Cannon stacks here. And man, when you get 5 stacks Flame Cannon, guys, it's actually an additional 15% increased damage, which is pretty wild. 15% damage, 15 yards, and 15% health. Like, that is crazy if you just stand still. So during my burst windows, I actually have been trying to stand still and cut out this you know, on my burst, you know, when I can manage. So I have been locking in Flame Cannon. So that's the lock-in. I would switch to Prismatic Cloak instead of Tinder or Flame Cannon against Double Caster. Generally, I drop Flame Cannon, but you could drop Tinder as well. G-Pie, I don't really play G-Pie, but if you really want to play G-Pie, you can drop Tinder for it and Rogue Mage 2s, or Double Mage. But once again, I don't really play G-Pie. I just think this synergizes too well. I have seen some Ring of Fire play. I don't like it. It just feels clunky. And Netherwind Armor. I actually saw a tweet from Fenruki yesterday or the day before, a couple days ago. This is actually 15% reduced critical strike chance. I thought it was 15% reduced on the critical strike chance itself. So if you have 15% crit, or an enemy has 15% crit and you're playing Netherwind, it goes to 0. That's really good. So defensively, if you're having trouble surviving against something like jungle, Netherwind Armor is actually a pretty darn good choice. You could try to do a setup like this, or even like this against a jungle cleave. Yeah, not a bad idea. So there's the talents, right? And the other reason I wanted to refilm this video, the differences between 9.25 and 9.2 are the trinket selections. Trinket selections are interesting right now, to say the least. So there's a lot of variation that you can do here. I wouldn't say there's one easy right way to do this. What I generally auto lock in is Relentless with the Haste Aspirant badge for the baseline haste. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say this is the best. You do have a few options here as Fire. Okay, you can play Medallion with the on use. That's not bad. You can play with the big on use with crit instead of haste if you want a bigger on use. I'm not gonna say that's bad, although I don't use it. It has pros and cons. You're gonna lose a bit of haste, you'll gain a bit of crit, you'll have a bigger unuse, but you lose the haste, right? So that's fine. I've also seen people that are not scared of dying run with more damage and more haste. You can get almost 40% baseline haste and run with Insignia and Badge, and you don't play a Trinket. And you might be like, no Trinket? What the heck? Guys, like I said, Blink has an 11-second cooldown. You can break stuns every 11 seconds. That's insane. So you're not gonna die too often as a mage with an 11-second Blink, so you can basically just not play a Trinket and play Insignia and Badge. Once again, you could play Insignia and the crit badge too if you wanted to play that. But yeah, I've been liking Relentless and Badge. So the other Trinket, I'm forgetting the name right now, the Resolve Trinket did get nerfed. Fastidious Resolve and the other Resolve both got nerfed, so they don't stop kicks anymore, so it's never worth playing those. They're trashola. All right, that was a patch a couple weeks ago, and I'm so happy they did that. It was not good for the game to have a Trinket like that in the game, so I'm very happy they removed it. Another option too, and I don't really do this, is to play super defensively. You can actually play Aegis. I don't even have the Aegis purchased, but you can play Aegis and Relentless, or Relentless and Emblem. So once again, there's lots of different Trinket options here. All right, if I'm gonna say like one basic lock-in for myself, I generally lock in Relentless, because Relentless just gives baseline good value on every gouge, stun, blind, poly. It's just giving you so much value throughout the course of a game, right? And that's really what WoW's about, outvaluing the opponents, right? So Relentless is just kind of just works well in the metagame right now. So I am playing Relentless almost every game, and I'm playing with this haste badge. But there are more ways to do it. Now I am playing haste versatility as my primary stats. Haste verse pretty much all the way around here, right? I'm playing Disciplinary Command as my legendary. Always playing Disciplinary Command in 2s and 3s, except if I fight other mages, I generally swap to Triune Protector in 2s. Like Rogue Mage Mirror 2s, Triune Protector is really good because it gives you that spell steal advantage. The problem with Triune in 3s is a lot of the times mages aren't the target anyway, so you're just losing out on 20% damage. So in 3s, I pretty much lock in Disciplinary Command the entire time. I have a really great weak aura actually that tracks if you have a Frost, a Fire, and an Arcane spell. That weak aura is listed on my Discord again down below. If you want to get that weak aura, it's awesome. I do have some speed sockets here on my gems. I have the Straddling Jewel Doublet and the Straddling Sage Agate. This 5% haste does indeed work in Arena. It doesn't show here on the default screen, but you can get an add-on to indeed check that it is working. 30 stats chest, 20 stam, minor speed increase. For the enchants, haste enchant, haste gems, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Celestial guidance for that weapon enchant. So nothing crazy changed there, right? So that's pretty much it, right? Like we're running with Unity locked in, Night Fae locked in all the time, and those are the legendaries. Now, for 2s, this is my Conduit setup. I think my camera's not blocking any of these. Cool. 2s is my Conduit setup. Dreamweaver always, Soothing Voice 2 OP, Diverted Energy always so OP, man. Infernal Cascade always locked in, Soothing Voice always, Control Destruction always. Now Cryo Freeze is good in 2s or any situation where you don't have a healer. 1v1s, World PvP, Rogue Mage 2s, etc, etc. If you do have a healer, Tempest Barrier is better. The thought process behind that is, if you're blocked and you have a healer, your healer can just top you during the block anyway, so it's just a waste. Whereas Tempest Barrier is going to prevent the ice block from happening in the first place. So Tempest Barrier is going to be better than Cryo Freeze in 3v3 Arena. Cryo Freeze better in anytime you don't have a healer. Somnambulist always, Field of Blossoms always, Disciple of the Grove always, Waking Dreams always, Flow Time always, Dream Delver always. So easy clap, right? I mean, it's very straightforward. Nothing much has changed there, pretty much at all. So now, general playstyle, guys. Fire Mage playstyle, nothing crazy. You are getting cross EC. That's gonna look something along the lines of like DB Ring on a healer, right? You're gonna be paired hopefully with like a rogue or a melee that can stun. Your melee is gonna stun the kill target. You DB Ring or DB Sheep the healer, you stun the kill target, you pop Combust, and you burst. When you don't have combustion, your #1 priority is, guess what? to farm back combustion, right? You're gonna cast fireballs, get another combust, and do it again. That's the playstyle. You run in, you get cross EC, you combust, you run away, you reset your combust. You can do a go in between us, like a little mini go, you know, just try to like do a go without combust. So get the CC, do a little, you know, baby damage, and then you do it again. When you have combust, you can have another big opportunity to kill, and you go again. So what's the rotation? Well, on the rotation, guys, there's actually a lot that you want to do correctly here on the burst windows. Burst windows, you know, of course, what precedes the burst is to get a DB sheep or a DB ring. Now you want disciplinary command active on combustion. It's gonna give you 20% increased damage. So you need a frost, fire, and an arcane spell. Luckily, Rune of Power drops with combustion together. So it's gonna count for fire and arcane. So all you have to do to activate disciplinary command is either Ring of Frost combust, or Frost Nova combust, or technically Frostbolt combust, or even Ice Block combust. Any frost spell. Generally, it's going to be Ring of Frost or Frost Nova because they're, you know, you DB ring the healer, it works well, or you just Frost Nova air and then combust for that extra 20% damage. Once you combust, once you get disciplinary command active, you can Fireball combust, and there's actually two ways to do the combustion go. You can Fireball combust, and then you do 2 Fireblasts into 2 Pyros, right? It's great if you're far away from an enemy. If you're really close to an enemy, it's really hard to get it off. Like I actually did there. But if you're super, super close to an enemy, if you're almost stacked, it's very, very difficult to get that combo off. So Fireball, double Fireblast. It actually did work there too. So maybe if you're quick enough, that's just the way to do it. So get that Frost off, the Frost Nova off. So you activate disciplinary command. Stand still. So you get Flame Cannon up. Frost Nova or Ring of Frost before the go. Fireball, combust, double Fireblast, double Pyroblast, Fireblast, Pyroblast. All right, you can play that back as many times as you need, and we'll show you what it looks like in real time. And then from here, you send out Phoenix Flames. Phoenix Flames, assuming the Phoenix Flames aren't going to break CC, and then you continue to do damage like that. So you have On Use, Disciplinary Command, Combustion, and Infernal Cascade, and Flame Cannon. You have 5 offensive buffs stacked up at the same time. The rotation there I did was pretty good, but it actually could have been a little better. Before the Fireball, I could actually use my On Use. So you can On Use and then Fireball and start the rotation, and that On Use will be a bit sooner. You can Combustion while casting, you cannot Badge while casting. So it is best to use your On Use, Fireball, Combust, double Fireblast, double Pyroblast, Fireblast, Pyroblast. From there, you send the Phoenix Flames if it won't break CC. If it does break CC, it's better to just Scorch and Fireblast from that point out, or if you have another Tinder Fireball up, you can Tinder Fireball and Fireblast and then do another Pyro. If Phoenix Flames don't break CC, you send the Phoenix Flames, and from there, you should get a lot of cooldowns. You reset your combustion, and then do it again when the combust is back up. So guys, that's the Fire playstyle, updated for patch 925. The talents, the trinkets. I am playing Undead on this character. The best races are up in the air right now for Mage because you can play Blink Stun, so you don't really have to be Orc or Human. Orc and Human are still good, but you don't have to go Orc or Human. So things like Undead and Panda, Coulter on Human, Night Elf are all in the mix. So the racial, you know, it's kind of a flavor thing, up to you. I like Undead because it looks cool. I might go Night Elf for Human on my other guy because it looks cool. And that's what it is. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, give it a big thumbs down. Talk to me in the comments down below about what you guys want to see in upcoming uploads, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.